Hey guys, today's reformer class is going to be a full body workout. It's going to be minimal core work because if you follow my channel, I am pregnant, so I obviously can't do a lot of core exercises, but I can still do stuff to strengthen my obliques and modify planks. So if you are pregnant, it's pregnancy safe, and I'll give modifications if for some reason the exercise I'm doing just doesn't feel good for you. And if you aren't pregnant, you can still do this workout and you'll still get a great workout. I was feeling good this week, so I'm currently still 21 weeks pregnant. We are going to use the Pilates Box as a prop, so grab that if you have it. I'm going to start with one blue spring on my reformer, which is one medium spring. If you want a little bit more back support, you can add on a white spring. So you have on a blue and a white, or a medium and a light spring. And then I have my foot bar down. It's not completely all the way down. It's like a half a notch above it. So the base of my foot bar is in line with the wooden platform. And we're going to start with the box. And I'm going to place the box over my springs and push the carriage out a little bit just so it is secure. And then we're going to come down to your knees and we're going to place your forearms on the box. So if you are pregnant, this should be okay. But if for some reason, if you find any coning in your stomach or like modified planks don't feel good, then just come up to your hands and just do little push-ups with those arms. If not, we're going to go out to a modified push-up position. Even if you're not pregnant, we're going to start with this and then I'll add on. So we're just going to press the carriage out slightly and then pull it in slightly. So I'm not going back too far and resisting it in. So if you feel comfortable and you're not pregnant, you can always come up into a full plank and press all the way out. And you can go back as far as you can that feels comfortable for you. So again, I'm not going back as far as I normally do because I want to make sure I can still hold my abs in. Exhaling as you pull. Focus on using those lats. Few more here. The last three. Two. Last one. If you are not pregnant, you're going to go up into a full plank and bend the knees in and then press it out. So plank to tuck. If you are pregnant, all I'm going to do is bend the knees in and then press the carriage out slow. Exhale, pull up and in and resist it back. So whichever variation feels good for you. Think about pressing out of the shoulders. We're going to do 5 more here. And last one. And come all the way in. Now I'm going to rotate to my side to do a side plank. So if you want it harder, come up into a full side plank. I'm going to stay down on my knees. So I'm going to stack my knees. You can always use your left hand for support, but I have my right forearm on the block. I'm just going to drop my hip down slightly and then lift it up. So again, you don't have to use that left hand. Just try to press up out of that right shoulder. So a little drop of this right hip, and then think about lifting that left hip up to the ceiling. Trying to engage this right oblique. If moving the carriage doesn't feel good, then just hold that side plank. Exhaling as you lift. We're going to do 5 more here. Last one, we're going to hold it in. Reach that left arm up to the ceiling and just isometric hold, 10 seconds. 9, 8, try to squeeze that right side. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on in. Let's switch over to the other side. So you're going to put your left forearm down on the box. I'm going to stack my knees. So you can have that right forearm on, or right hand on the box if you need it. Otherwise, have it on your side. You're going to drop that left hip down towards the springs just a little bit, and then lift that right hip up to the ceiling. As you lift that right hip up, squeeze that left oblique. We're doing 15. Try to press out of that left shoulder. Exhale as you pull in. 5 more. The shoulder is stacking over the elbow. You're not moving the shoulder out, just the hips are moving. 3 more. 2. Hold it in, reach that right arm up to the ceiling, isometric hold, 10 seconds, squeeze that left oblique. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on in. Okay, I'm going to keep my box up here, and I'm going to turn around. We're going to do some bridging. If you don't feel comfortable laying on the box this way, you can always just put the box either this way and put your feet on the wooden platform, or just do normal bridging where you bring the foot bar up and your back is on the reformer. But I'm going to bring my feet to the outside of my shoulder rests and then scoot my bottom down. I want my upper back and my head to be on the box. So arms are long by your side, or you can have them on your hips, whichever feels good for you, or back here. I'm just going to have them on my hips right now. You're just going to lift the hips up to the ceiling, squeezing those glutes. And then we're going to drop your butt down. Exhale, lift up. You want to try to keep the carriage as still as possible. It'll move a little bit. Think about pressing through those heels. You're lifting through the pelvic bone. And you only want to lift as high where your hips and your belly are in the same alignment. You don't want the hips coming up higher. We have 5 more like this. You can also place your hands down on the reformer if you want. One more. We're going to hold those hips up, and you're just going to flare the knees out to the side and then back to center. Try to keep that carriage still. Feel the outer glutes squeeze. Keep going. We're going to do 5 more here. So just flaring those knees. Last one, bring those knees back to center. Now we're going to drop the hips down a few inches, lift it up, open the legs, back to center, and then drop your butt halfway down. So lift the hips, open the legs, close the legs, and then lower. Lift, open, close, and down. We have 5 more here. Last one. We're going to hold the hips up. The legs are back to parallel. You're just going to push the feet out a little bit and then pull it back in. Not much, whatever feels good for you. You can extend the legs as far, or you could almost straighten them if you want. Just try to keep those hips up. Think about digging through those heels to pull the carriage back, using those hamstrings and glutes. We have 5 more. Last one. And then drop the hips down. And then roll on up carefully. And we're going to step off to the side. I'm going to bring my box down to the floor. I'm going to place it long ways in line with the base of the foot bar. You're going to stand onto the box, and I'm going to face outward. Your right foot is going to be on the front edge of the box. My left toe is going to be, her foot is up against the left shoulder rest. And I'm going to lift my heel up. We're going to go into some side lunging. If this does not feel good doing lunges or side lunges, because I know some days, depending on how I feel, it feels good, other days it doesn't, just step on the side of your box, and you're just going to step up and then down. So again, if it doesn't feel good for some reason, or you just don't like side lunges, you can do little step ups on the box. Otherwise, right foot is on. We're going to lift that left heel up. You're going to do a little lunge, so sticking your bottom back behind you, bending that right knee, and then lift the carriage up. You can bend that left knee in so the carriage can come all the way in, and then press it out, straightening that left leg. So you're going to stick your bottom out behind you, and your weight isn't really transferring. Only this left leg is moving out. You're not moving your body towards the left. Make sure you're light on the right toes. Keep going. We're going to do 5 more here. Last 3. 2. hold it there. Now you're just gonna bend this left leg in and press it out. So isometric hold through this right leg. We have 15. Press it out, 14, 13, 14. So only thing that is moving is this left leg. We have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring this left leg halfway in. Now little pulses through this right leg, just for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand all the way up. Okay, we're gonna step down onto the floor. I'm gonna bring my foot bar all the way up in case I wanna use it. I'm still on 1 blue spring, 1 medium spring. You can always go heavier for this next exercise and do a blue and a white, which is a medium and a light spring, or a heavy spring. I just found that I couldn't keep my form and that it was too much pressure on my abdominals. So if kneeling, I'm gonna give you the modification. If kneeling does not feel good or it's hard to get into, you're gonna stand up, hands on the foot bar, external rotation with this right leg, and you're gonna press the carriage all the way back. If you're standing, you might wanna go for that 1 red spring, 1 heavy spring. Otherwise, our box is still parallel to the machine, in line with the foot bar. I'm gonna place my left hand on the box, my right hand is on the foot bar. And then you're gonna have that left knee kind of towards the outside of the box. And we're gonna bring that right foot up against the shoulder rest, and have that external rotation. So you wanna try to keep the hips still square to the floor. They'll slightly rotate to the right, but try not to have them as much. Eyes are looking to the floor. You're just gonna press the carriage out, squeeze that right glute, and then pull it in. Full extension of that right leg. Resist it in. Think about squeezing that quad and glute as you press out. Keep going here. We're going to do 5 more. Last one, press it all the way out. Then pull it in halfway. Now little tiny pulses. Back 2 inches, in 2 inches, slow. Keep that core stable. You should feel that right quad. 5 more here. Last 2. Press it all the way out and come all the way in. One more thing here. If you are standing, put the foot bar down or come down to your box. We're just going to do a quadruped. So keep that right leg back behind you. Point the toe. You're just going to lift that right leg up to the ceiling and then tap it down to the floor. Stabilizing the core. Only lift that right leg as high as you can without arching the back. Try to squeeze that right glute at the top. 5 more here. Last one, we're going to hold it up. Flex the foot, little pulses up. 10, make it small. 9, go slow. Last 2, hold it up there, bend the knee, flex the foot, little pulses up. 15, 14, try to press that heel to the ceiling. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. Okay, let's stand all the way up. I'm going to bring my box around to the other side, and then we're going to grab a quick water break, but just bring your box around to the other side, and we're going to place the box on the floor in line with the foot bar. I'm going to grab a quick drink of water, so grab one, and then we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. So I still have on 1 blue spring, which is 1 medium spring. Again, if you didn't like doing the side lunges, you can just step on your box and just do little step ups for that glute, whichever variation works for you. Make sure you listen to your body. Otherwise, we're going to do the reverse. So left foot is on the box. Your right foot is up against the shoulder rest, and you're going to lift that right heel up. You're going to bend your left knee, sticking your bottom out behind you into a side lunge, and then stand all the way up. You can bring that right knee in so it's a little bit more comfortable when you stand up. Press the carriage out, little lunge, and then lift up. You can go as deep as you feel comfortable in this lunge. Just make sure you're sticking your bottom out behind you. And the only thing that is moving to the right is that right leg. You're not moving the torso with it. Be light on the left toes. Five more here. This last one, we're going to hold it down there. So keep that left knee bent, isometric hold. We're going to pull that right knee in and kick it out. We have 15. So only that right leg is moving. Keep going. 6 more. 6, 5. Last 3, 2. We're going to pull that right knee halfway in. Now little pulses up with that left leg. Just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 3, 2, and 1. Stand all the way up. Step onto the floor. So if you did the standing external rotations, just move your box out of the way, and then you'll put your hands on the foot bar external. And if you went heavier, you can go for heavier. I am staying on that blue spring and coming down to my hands and knees. My right hand is on the box, left hand is on the foot bar. You're going to bring that left foot up against the shoulder rest. External rotation. Try to square off the hips a little bit so you're not totally rotating out to the side. And we're going to press the carriage all the way in and all the way out for 15. Exhaling as you press, squeeze that left glute and quad, resist it in. Stabilize through that core. Last 3 here. Last one, we're going to press it all the way out. Come in halfway, little tiny presses. 15, slow. Resist it in. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, press it all the way out and come all the way in. So we're going to come down to a quadruped. So again, if you were standing, you come down to your box or on the reformer in some way. And we're going to reach that left leg back behind you. We're just going to point the toe. We're going to lift it up to the ceiling and then tap it down to the floor. You're only lifting as high as you can without arching the back. Try to squeeze that left glute at the top. We have 5 more here, full range. Last one, we're going to hold it up there, flex the foot, little pulses up for 10, 9, squeeze the glute, go slow. We have 3, 2, hold it up there, bend the knee, flex the foot, press the heel to the ceiling, little pulses. We have 15, 5 more. 4, last one, and release. Okay, let's stand on up. I'm going to grab the box and place it on long ways. And put your headrest down if it was up, and then hang up your reformer straps on the hook so they're easy to get into. I'm going to change my springs or add a spring. I'm going to do a blue and a white spring, which is a medium and a light spring. You can also do a little bit of heavier for arm work, which would be 1 red spring, 1 heavy spring. We're going to have a seat on our box and reach down, grab those straps. Sitting up tall through that spine, fingertips long towards the floor. We're going to press the hands past the hips and resist it forward. So basic chest expansion is great for posture. Standard Pilates exercise. Try to lengthen that spine, lifting the crown of the head to the ceiling. Those arms are straight. If you find that this gets too much into your traps or you can't keep the elbows straight, Then lighten your spring, so maybe drop it down to a single blue spring or medium spring. Resist it forward. Five more here. If sitting like this, if you're pregnant, your belly gets in the way, you can always drop your legs down in front of you or out to the side if that's more comfortable. Last 3, 2. Last one, we're just gonna press it back. Hold it, open the shoulders, straight arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it forward. We're gonna cross the straps and put your hands in so the straps go up to your forearms. Palms are facing towards your face. Lift those elbows up. They can just be slightly lower than the shoulders, but try not to have them too low. Sitting up tall, you're gonna open those hands out to the side. Squeeze the upper back and shoulders together. Resist it in. So you're not moving the upper body. You're only moving, or you're not moving the torso. You're just opening those arms. You're trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Again, another really good posture exercise. Your palms are facing your face the whole time. Five more here. Keep dropping the shoulders away from the neck. Last one. And come back to center. I'm going to keep my hands in the loops, but just grab up higher on the straps. You can grab kind of where the ropes are, or just slightly lower. We're just going to do double arm row. So it'll probably feel light for now, but I just want to give those shoulders a little breather for a second. So make sure those elbows are narrow as you pull, and focus on squeezing those shoulder blades together, pulling the shoulders back, and then release. So again, you can always grab up higher on the ropes to make it heavier. Like I say, it's not going to feel super heavy right now. I just wanted to give, like I said, the upper back a little bit of a breather. But even if you go slow and you focus on squeezing those shoulders together, you're still working those postural muscles. We're going to do 5 more here. Last one. Now, just kind of release or relax the left strap. You can still have it on your hand, but if it confuses you, then just put it down. I'm just going to pull with the right arm only, and then all the way out. So single arm row. That right arm is still, or the elbow is still narrow as you pull it back. Keep trying to lengthen the spine, crown of the head to the ceiling. We're going to do 5 more here. Keep dropping the shoulder away from the ear. Last 2. And 1. So I'm going to kind of release that right strap, I'm going to grab up higher on the left, and I'm just going to pull that left arm and then all the way forward. Again, you can hang up that right strap if it's confusing to hold it. You're pulling that left elbow narrow, single arm row with this left arm. We have 5 more here. Get that full extension of that arm. Try not to let the torso rotate. Last one. And all the way out. I'm going to grab both straps again, so my hands are still through the ropes. And I'm going to grab those buckles. This time, you're pulling the elbows high and wide. So elbows are lifted. Your hands are just to the outside of the chest. And then all the way forward. So working the rear deltoids and back still. Your chest is tall. Again, you're not moving the upper torso. The only thing that is moving are those arms. Again, the elbows are wide for this one. Exhale as you pull. We have 5 more here. Last one. And release. Uncross the straps. You can drop the straps into the well. I'm going to come off the box, put the foot bar all the way down, and then I'm going to put a single blue spring on. We're just going to do a little stretch. You can always go down to a white spring, which is a light, or my lightest spring, but I have on a blue medium spring. We're going to put your hands on the box, feet are hip distance apart. Bend the knees slightly. You're going to press the carriage out. Try to let the head relax. You're lifting that tailbone up to the ceiling. Trying to feel a stretch through the shoulders, lengthening that spine. Again, you can rock the head side to side. Take an inhale, and then you're going to exhale around the spine as you pull the carriage in slow. Take an inhale once it's all the way into the stopper, and exhale, press the carriage out again. Trying to lengthen that spine, lifting that tailbone up to the ceiling. Stretching through those shoulders, and breathe. And exhale, round in. Getting a nice stretch through that spine. One more time. Exhale, press out. Now I want you to straighten one leg and bend the other, and just try to feel a stretch in the back of the leg, the hamstring. And then switch legs, bend one leg, straighten the other leg. Trying to press into that straight leg a little bit more. And then slight bend in both legs again. Then exhale, round in, pulling it all the way into the stopper. Keep your chin to your chest, and then slowly roll up. Let the head come up last. Roll out the shoulders at the top. And we are all done, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this workout, and any modifications, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. and I'll see you guys next time.